Okay, the purpose of this tutorial is fourfold. First thing I want to do is I want to teach you how to make a simple navigation bar using Photoshop CS3. The next thing I want to do is I want to teach you how to use the Slice tool. What that'll do is that'll enable you to take your images and place them in Dreamweaver or other image editing applications if you want to do that. It's mostly for Dreamweaver though. We're going to learn how to export the slices into Dreamweaver. We're going to save them via HTML. And then we're going to learn how to import a navigation bar into Dreamweaver and use it. So let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead and open up a Photoshop file, and we're going to make it, just for now, we'll make the width 800 by 150. Okay, and we have this. I could, zoom in right here. This right here is your navigation panel. It's your navigator. And if you click this button, it would allow you to zoom in and out. Alternatively, there is a zoom tool here. Where is it? It's over there somewhere. Not important. I use this anyway, so just go ahead and zoom in and out here. Okay, first thing we want to do is we're just going to go ahead and make this a gradient for the background. So we're going to make a layer here. Double click, say OK. And just because I want a blank, I'm just going to actually get rid of that. So we're going to call this background. I could have kept that, but just double click on it to rename it. You guys already know that. Okay. So I'm going to take the gradient tool. I'm going to click here. And I'm just going to click on this checker box to change the color. And I'm just going to go from, I don't know, a reddish color here. It's kind of pink. To a darker color. Click OK. Hold Shift on my keyboard. Choose this gradient right here. This is your linear gradient. Just hold Shift. See, if we go this way, the gradient goes that way. If I go this way, gradient goes that way. Okay. Just mess around until you kind of get a gradient you like. It's kind of an ugly color, but that'll work. Okay. That'll work. Let's go ahead and make another layer. And we're just going to basically take your text tool here. And I'm going to type in. Let's see how this looks if I type. Hit Control A to select it all. Okay, I'm going to make this larger. I'm going to make it about 33 font. And the type I'm going to use is, let's see. Let's go ahead and select our font. That one right there. Okay, so I'm going to call this Home. Pretty simple. Okay. I'm going to hit Alt and drag it. I'm going to click this and hit Control A. Double click the text. There we go. Hit Control D to deselect that. Okay. I'm going to type in Home, Page 1. Okay, hit Control D. If you have marching ants like what I did this by accident. Hit Control and select that. And you get this controller. Hit Control D to get rid of it. So again, hit Control, click the thumbnail. It'll actually select the outline, and Control D to make it go away. Okay, I'm just going to hit Alt. Just drag this over. Make sure you're on the layer you want to hit Alt. So hit Alt now and just drag that over. Double click the text. You have to double click the T. So you'll notice there's a little bit of a difference. If I hit Control and click the thumbnail, I get the outline, or I double click the thumbnail, I get the actual text. That's what we want. Okay, I'm going to make one more. Okay. And I'm going to call this page 2. Let's call this page 3. And double click the thumbnail. Okay. Okay. What we're going to do now is I'm going to take this first one, hold shift, take the bottom one, and you're going to go to these align tools up here. There's a whole bunch of them. If you go over like distribute top edges, distribute vertical, distribute bottom, we're just going to go to this one, align bottom edges, and they'll make them all the same height. If you click that one, distribute horizontal centers, that'll make it so it's spaced out evenly. So again, it's this one. It's distribute horizontal centers, this one right there, and then it's align bottom edges, that one. So it's the third one over here, and it's that one over there. Okay, that's easy enough. So now they're all lined up and centered. Okay. So now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and go to your slice tool, which is here. I think that's the pen tool. Where is it? Right there. This is the slice tool. And I just want you to go ahead and draw a slice, just like that. Okay. Draw another slice. If you mess up, you could just hit Control Z and do it again. And we could always resize it later, which we actually will. Okay, draw your next slice. Don't worry if it's too big, it'll automatically shrink. Okay, now what I want you to do is hold down the slice tool, hold it down for 2 seconds, and go to Slice Select Tool. And you could double click here, and you could call this Home. URL, we could put http google.com and just click OK. Do the same thing here. Call this one page 1. URL. Send that one to Yahoo. Okay? And with this, you could always take it and resize it. See, let's say you messed it up, you could resize it. It's a pretty nice tool. It's pretty easy to use. Okay, so double click this, call this page 2. And I'm just going to paste what I had last time. This time let's go to Nike. And let's just move this over a little. Okay, a little more. Double click here, page 3. Whatever, we'll go to Yahoo again. Okay, now you can make them all, let's say 565 by 230. So actually, let's keep the X where it was. I messed that up. Okay, let's try to keep all their widths like one. Let's see what this one is. Hold on. Let's double click on that one. Let's keep all their widths 170. Double click. These are kind of spaced a little weird here. It's just the way I made the slice. It's okay. You can keep it this way. It's fine. Okay, whatever. That's good. So now we're going to go to File, Save for Web and Devices. So here's my slice. I'm going to hit Shift and just select each one. You know they're selected when they turn red. And I'm going to go here, save it as a GIF, no transparency. Okay, this is good. Go to Save. I'm going to go to my desktop. And I'm just going to make a new folder up. You guys could do this too. Right click, New Folder. I'm going to call this web site. Double click and just call this navbar original. Okay. Easy enough. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to make the rollover. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click this and I'm just going to go to rasterize. I'm going to do that for each one. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to your home. I'm going to double click this and I'm going to go to glow. I'm going to make a little bit of an outer glow. Click OK. Then I'm just going to hold Alt on the FX and I'm just going to drag it up. Go to here, hit Alt, click here, hit Alt. Okay. So now this is the rollover. It's just going to do a little glow. It's pretty simple. Now I'm going to go to File, Save for Web and Devices, hit Shift to get all of them. Okay. Go ahead and click Save. Okay. Now I'm going to go back actually, and I'm going to make a different folder. I should have called it navbar and navbar 2. So I'm going to call this website 2. Okay. Go ahead and save it. Now if I minimize this, you'll notice that I have my new folder 2. Oh, I'm sorry. My website and my website 2. Let's see what those look like. So this is the navbar. And the website 2 is there. So that's basically just going to be the rollovers. What's nice is I have all the images, right? They're right here. So basically all you have to do is make a table and throw those in. It's pretty simple. That's really all you do. It's very easy. We'll go through how to do it in a second. Okay, what we're going to do now is I'm going to just show you, basically, I want you to start Dreamweaver, and I want you to just go to File, New, and make sure you do None. So HTML, put None, and click Create. What I want you to do now is go to Edit, Preferences, and go to where it says AP Elements. Okay? And I want you to click Nest when creating within an AP div. What this will do is this will enable us to actually draw our layout exactly as we want it. And whenever we place an object within another object, it will automatically nest. So make sure you do that. Let's edit preferences. Let me show you what I mean. So if we go to layout and we go to this one, draw AP div, I can actually draw my navbar if I wanted to, right? And then if I were to draw another AP div in here, right? Let's say I draw a couple of these and I move this, it nests within it. See, if you look at the code, you could tell that this tag is within that, so it nests. I don't want to do that, so I'm just going to go ahead and delete that. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do. If we remember the width of the other one, it was 800. So I'm going to make sure this width right here, go down to the bottom, I'm just going to type in 800. Okay, so this is the width. Again, you could do whatever you want on this. I'm just going to keep it right here. You could build a whole page around this. What I would probably do is I'd make a really kind of large container here, where I might make this thing maybe, I don't know, 1200 by, let's just say 800. Okay, so this is going to be my actual page here. All right, so then I'm going to go in here and I'm going to type it. Go ahead and put in this one. And this one, I'm just going to make 800 pixels. I'm just going to make it like 805, just so I got a little extra space. Don't remember the height. I think it was around 150. I'll just make it 160. Okay, we can move it over. That'll work. Okay. We can use a little CSS to center this, but we're not going to worry about that right now. So now we're just going to go to Insert Table. And we're going to make this 1 row by 5 columns. I think it was 4. I don't remember. I think 4. And for this one, just click in here. Obviously, go to my table. I don't want a border, so make sure your border is 0. Okay. Go to here. Just click on this first thing here. And just go to Insert, Image Objects, and go to Rollover Image. First image, we're going to call this Home. Original image, Browse. Again, I saved mine on my desktop. So my first image is going to be under the Images, Home. Okay. And my rollover image is going to be in my website too. Right there, okay? And go to, we have to put that in again, unfortunately. Okay. And go ahead and do the same thing for the next one. So insert image, rollover image, browse. This is page 1. Click OK. Go to the second one. Oops, made a mistake there. This should be in your website 1, not website 2. Click OK. Now go back up. No, I want to do that. So we'll go to Yahoo. Okay? It's pretty simple stuff. Do the third and fourth. I'm just going to pause it real quick while I do that. Okay, now that basically I set them up, you could look. If you were to forget to actually link it, you could just go down here and link it. Go to here, link it. All right, you could double click and change it if you wanted to. Link and link. So I linked each one to a different website. So this is good. This is nice. Pretty basic stuff. And let's go ahead and test it. So just hit F12 and say yes. I'm just going to throw it on my desktop for a minute. Home, page 1, page 2, page 3. If I click, page 2, page 1, and home. So there you go. What we did was we covered how to make a simple navigation bar in Photoshop using shapes and paths. We actually didn't even make it that complicated. We just basically using text only. Even easier, using text. We learned how to use the slice tool. We learned how to export the slices in Dreamweaver, and we imported the navigation bar in Dreamweaver. Basically, just had to create it. Hope you found that informative and easy. And now I'd like you to do one on your own.